I haven't watched a lot of wrestling for a very long time. And did I love the business? Yeah. Do I still love the business? Yeah. I wish them all well, but it's hard for me to watch the current product because I just don't agree with what they're doing. It's kind of like I watch the men and it looks like a tumbling act.
Mm-hmm.
High spot. Why would you call something a high spot? It's because somewhere in a match where you're on the mat grappling and trying to get the advantage, then all of a sudden you get up and you go off and hit the ropes and tackle and whatever. High spot. That's a high spot. In a 20-minute match, I might have, done 6 or 7 high spots or 8 high spots, but it's not just one high spot after the other. It's not like, and selling. The reason nothing gets over is you have to sell it to get it over. If you're really getting hurt, then you need to act like you're really getting hurt, And so if you're getting your butt kicked and then the guy clotheslines you over the top rope to the floor and you bounce up like a jackrabbit and like you never got, hit. I want you guys to understand or listen to me, what I'm trying to say here. What I see missing, and I hate to say this, but especially with the guys, is believability. Mm-hmm. Of course, everybody knows that wrestling is show business now. Okay. But I always used to say this: I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do the best that I can do to make this people believe what they're seeing. It's like when you walk into a good movie, when you see a good movie, why do some actors become megastars and some don't become stars? It's because the megastars are the ones that make you believe. During that 2 hours you're sitting, it's a movie. Mm-hmm. During that 2 hours you're sitting in that seat, they can make you mad. They can make you cry. They play on your emotions. That's what a good wrestling match is supposed to do. And I haven't seen it done that way, I'll be honest, for a very long time. The real art is doing it in front of a live crowd. That's the difference. Back when I was a young wrestler, we wrestled every night in front of a different crowd. Sometimes weekly, but every night we got in the ring in front of a live crowd and had a match. And you listen to the crowd. Well, now, even in the developmental program, I think they only have a live show once a week. To me, that doesn't work. The old school way of learning our trade is gone. That's the thing. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, because you react off of the crowd, and it's kind of like, you might do something one night and get a great response from a crowd. You do it again the next night, and if they don't respond the way you think they're going to, then you have to be smart enough to think on your feet and do something else that's going to get them where you want them. The reason Jake Roberts and I have such good chemistry in the ring is we both were raised in this business when it was taught the old school way. Mm-hmm. And I think he would agree with everything I'm saying right now. You can't go out there and just you can't go out there and do the same thing every night. You can't. It's something that you have to feel. And it depends on the crowd, and the crowd's different every night. And again, when Jake and I wrestled, we talked in the ring the whole time. I mean, there's ways that we can talk and hide it, or if we want to call a spot and I'm down there, and I'd look at the referee, and I would give the referee the high spot and he would give it to Jake, or vice versa, something like that. But um, it was all on the spur of the moment. It was, I don't want to spur of the moment sounds, um,
It was improvised. You guys were doing it on the spot.
yeah,
You were reacting live to what was
yeah,
happening around you.
yeah.
And one of the things that frustrates me is, I'm a modern fan who loves the old school wrestling, is that whenever I see it nowadays, I'll see, whatever 15 super kicks in a match and 3 DDTs and all these like really impressive looking moves, and then
Again,
nobody's
nobody
selling them.
sells it.
Right, and it's like so after a while, it just becomes like white noise where it's like if somebody hits a super kick and you're like, "Oh, cool, what's next?" Where back in the day, it used to be somebody hits that super kick and you're like, "Oh, this might be the end of the match," you
Yeah.
know?